This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. Looking for right, and he finds him. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Williams, the man in motion left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. He'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Touchdown! Brock Wright, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Trying no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Andrews. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They've won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down a little game.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. On play action, they'll throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shakes off the sag. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Second and 11. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete to right. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to throw now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it back at the 36. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He'll get it inside the 20. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes, but how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They hand off to their big tight end. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Mark Andrews from 3 yards out. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Lions 31, Panthers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got this down to the 35.
82 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 2nd and 8 coming up. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll set up a throw. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll look to throw. And Andrews lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they'll indeed take a knee. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they take a knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped to the backfield, a loss of 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long.